Welcome to this online session. This is the second session on optimum design. In previous session we have seen one numerical on optimum design. In this session we are again looking into another numerical. A machine shaft is subjected to twisting moment of 3 kN meter. The required torsional stiffness of the shaft is 100 Newton meter per degree. While the factor of safety based on yield strength in shear is 2. Using the maximum shear stress theory, design the shaft with the objective of minimizing the weight. Before explaining the solution, make a note that torsional stiffness is ratio of torque divided by ratio of torque to angular deflection. Its unit is given as Newton meter per degree. Per degree, take a note, per degree, not per radian. Objective here is to minimize the weight. In previous session, when we have seen one numerical, the objective was to minimize the cost. Here, objective is to minimize the weight. The various materials are given along with their mass density, yield strength in tension given in MPa, which is also equal to Newton per mm square, and modulus of rigidity is given in GPa, gigapascal. Okay. To start the solution, we know that the solution begins with the primary design equation. I explained you earlier, when you are writing primary design equation, think of what is to be minimized or what is to be maximized. So that hint is again given here. To write this, think of what is to be minimized or maximized. Here, in this numerical, weight is to be minimized. Therefore, weight of the bar is given by weight W is equal to rho into J, rho into G into volume. Volume is area of cross section into length. Okay. So rho into G into A into L. A we can replace by pi by 4 d square. So W is equal to rho into G into pi by 4 d square into L. See here, W is to be found out. And then we will find out W for various materials. The material which will give the minimum weight is to be chosen. But here on right hand side, D is unknown and length of bar is also unknown. In the previous example, length of bar was known. Here, length as well as diameter both are unknown. So two parameters are unknown here. Okay. This is our basic PDE, primary design equation. You know now, our further entire task will be to replace this unknown d square and L in terms of some known parameters. So again, a note is written. In above equation, there are two unknowns on right hand side. Okay. Step 2 will be subsidiary design equation, because we have to replace d square and L from the PDE. So second step will be to write subsidiary design equation. The hint is also given. To write this, think of the type of stress that is induced in the component and corresponding equation you have to write. Since the bar is subjected to torsion, therefore induced stress is torsional shear stress, and for a circular cross section, tau max is equal to 16 torque upon pi d cube. So 16 mt upon pi d cube. Therefore d cube is equal to 16 mt upon pi tau max. And that's why d is equal to 16 mt upon pi tau max raised to power 1 by 3. And therefore d square is equal to 16 mt upon pi tau max raised to power 2 by 3. Why d square is found out here? Because in PD it mentions about d square. So we have to replace d square. But tau max is also unknown. Tau max is also unknown. So this is SDE. Now these are actually various forms of SDE. You can say tau max is equal to 16 mt upon pi d cube. This is also SDE, and remaining all equations are also SDE. So these are various forms of SDE. So tau max is also unknown here. That's why your next task must be to replace tau max. Step 3. Tau max is less than or equal to shear strength divided by factor of safety. This is induced torsional shear stress. We should be less than or equal to shear strength divided by factor of safety. But the shear strength is equal to 50% of SYT. This is as per maximum shear stress theory, and in numerical it is mentioned that use maximum shear stress theory. Therefore, this tau max is now less than or equal to 0.5 SYT by factor of safety. This is a limit equation. This is a limit equation. I told you even in an earlier session that why this is called limit equation, because this talks about some limit. Tau max can be as small as possible, but at the most it will be equal to 0.5 SYT by factor of safety. So this talks about a limit. That's why it's a limit equation. But to exploit the full potential of the material, we use tau max is equal to 0.5 SYT by factor of safety. So now you can note here, tau max is now mentioned in terms of known parameter, because SYT is also known for a material and factor of safety is also given to us. So next step will be then replace this d square which you find in the PDE. So a PDE was, primary design equation was weight W is equal to rho into G into pi by 4 d square into L. So d square is unknown, L is unknown. Therefore, we replace d square by this term which we are just now in the previous slide we have seen. D square is equal to 16 mt upon pi tau max raised to power 2 by 3 into L. And tau max again replaced as 0.5 SYT by factor of safety. So the whole equation becomes this way. You see now, rho is known, G is known, pi by 4, 16 mt, the torque is given, SYT of all materials are given, factor of safety is given. So up to this everything is known, but L is still unknown. So now further effort must be to find out the L in terms of some known parameter. So we have to replace the L in terms of known parameter. How we'll replace it? Here we are given with another data in the numerical, that is torsional stiffness. Torsional stiffness is given as 100 Newton meter per degree. That is mentioned in the numerical. So this will help us to eliminate the L. For the component subjected to torsional moment, one can write a equation mt upon j is equal to g theta by L. This equation you know. Theta always in radian in this equation. But take a note that mt by theta, or torsional stiffness, which is given as 100, its unit is Newton meter per degree, not per radian. Therefore, from this equation, theta is found out as mtl divided by gj, but theta is again in radian. To convert theta in degrees, we will multiply it by 180 by pi. So this becomes theta in degrees now. Since j is equal to pi by 32 d to the power 4, theta is equal to mtl divided by gj. J is replaced by pi by 32 d to the power 4 into 180 by pi as it is. So therefore, after simplification, theta is equal to 32 mtl divided by g pi d to the power 4 into 180 by pi. Multiplying 32 and 180 and pi square, this is also pi, this is also pi. So you get theta is equal to 5760 mtl divided by g pi square d to the power 4. And therefore mt by theta. Now why this is converted into mt by theta? Because mt by theta is given to us. A whole one number mt by theta is given. That is equal to 100 Newton meter per degree. And now theta is in degree. So mt by theta is equal to g pi square d to the power 4 divided by 5760 L. Therefore, now this is also SDE, is it? This is also a subsidiary design equation. See, any equation which will be helpful to you to solve the problem, which is not primary design equation and not limit equation. All equations, if any equation is not a primary design equation and it is also not a limit equation, then it must be all subsidiary design equation. So this is also subsidiary design equation. There are various forms of this subsidiary design equation. So this is the equation which we just now arrived. Our task is to replace L in terms of known parameter. That's what a basic task. So therefore L is equal to, from the same equation, L is equal to g pi raised to pi square d raised to power 4 divided by 5760 mt by theta. Mt by theta I will keep it as a one parameter because it's a given, mt by theta is given parameter. So L is now you can see here L is now replaced by all parameter which are known parameter now. G is known, it is given in tabular form. D is not known, but D is already we found out in terms of some known parameters. That's why D is now again in terms of known parameters. Mt by theta is also given. Okay. So same equation, d raised to power 4 I have separated out. Remember few slides back we had replaced d square as this term. Therefore d raised to power 4 is equal to this term raised to power 2. So it becomes d raised to power 4 is equal to this term. Okay. So whatever d square here, d raised to power 4 is here, we can replace it now by this way. So finally, L is equal to now in terms of all known parameters. Though the equation seems to be complicated, but if you follow the procedure and if you're going logically, that you want to replace all unknown parameters in terms of known parameters with the help of subsidiary design equations and the limit equations, then it becomes very easy for you. So once we got the value of the L in terms of all known parameters, and d square already we found out a few slides back in terms of known parameters. Next task must be to replace those in terms of from the original PDE. So original PDE was this one. So that's why W is equal to rho into G into pi by 4. D square, now I replace it this way. You can just take a note that this is red color. This is also red color. The entire thing is replaced as D square into, now what you see in blue color, L is replaced by this thing. From this was L. So L is replaced by this thing. I told you, if you see, this is complicated, but if you follow the procedure, it is not at all difficult. So this becomes my entire equation now. Now you can see everything is now known. Rho is known. You see G is gravitational force. Mt, torque is known. SYT of all materials are known. Factor safety is known. Here G, that is modulus of rigidity, is known. Mt by theta is given. Mt again known. SYT known. Factor safety known. So every thing is now known. Now next task must be what? To separate these all parameters into set of parameters. One set will be dependent on material, other set will be non-dependent, independent of material, say. So this is D square, as I told you, and this is L. From the basic equation of PDE, we replace this by D square and L now. So after simplification, you get rho G, this thing was a D square and this was the L. So this bracketed term and this bracketed term, the term is same because this was D square. Okay, and this is d raised to power 4. So therefore I'll combine these two terms, this and these two terms. That's why their addition of powers is done into this term as it is. So what you get? W is equal to rho into G into pi by 4 as it is. This is summation of this becomes 6 by 3. 6 by 3 is equal to 2. So there is a square of this entire bracketed term. That's why squared is done. 32 square mt square into this nf square divided by pi square syt square into this term as it is, g pi square divided by 5760 mt by theta. So pi square you can cancel. Remaining is again after cancelling pi square, remaining is this term. And now separation of the constant terms, that is constant means not dependent on material, and term which are dependent on material. So G is not dependent on material. MT not dependent on material because it's given in the numerical that the bar is subjected to this much amount of torque. Factor safety is constant for a given numerical. MT by theta is again given in the statement of problem and not dependent on the material. And these parameters are now separated, which are now dependent on material. Rho dependent on material, modulus of rigidity dependent on material, and SYT dependent on material. Okay, so W is equal to some constant value into some variable term, depends on the material. So our aim is what? W is to be minimized. So I now just replace this by the appropriate numbers, appropriate values. Only thing that you have to take precaution of units. G 9.81, MT must be put in Newton meter. It is given in kilonewton meter, so I converted it into Newton meter. Factor safety, MT by theta is given in 100 Newton meter per degree, and we already taken care of theta in degree. Rho G divided by SYT square. So this will let us evaluate this constant first. Note MT should be in Newton meter, MT by theta should be in Newton meter per degree. So the term is now evaluated. All the constant terms are calculation is done, and W is equal to becomes 493104.383 into this now term, which is variable now, dependent on material. So now we'll find out this term only for all materials. For this is of course a final PD now, because we all substituted the unknown things into original PD. This is my final PD. Now, in order to minimize the weight, the factor rho G by SYT square should be minimum. This should be minimum because this is a constant term. Any material which gives this factor as minimum, that material will give W as minimum. So we'll take the help of table again. The table was given rho in kg per meter cube. SYT now in original table, SYT was given in MPa. So this is to be converted into Newton per meter square or Pascal. Newton per meter square in that. G value was given in original table as gigapascal. So I converted it into Pascal. Okay. So that the consistency of units will be maintained. So rho is in kg per meter cube, G is in Pascal, SYT square is also in Pascal. So for if you see this number 5.56 into 10 to the power 5 minus 4, how it is arrived? It is always equal to 1760 into this number 16 into 10 to the power 9 divided by square of this term, equal to 5.56 into 10 to the power minus 4. And similarly, calculation is done for remaining 3 materials. It is now found that titanium alloy will give the minimum value of rho G by SYT square. So obviously then this is a preferred material, because this material, if we choose now, will give minimum weight. Will give us the minimum weight. So this material is to be chosen. So as per calculations mentioned in table, titanium alloy with rho G divided by SYT square is equal to this 1.826 into 10 to the power minus 4, that is selected. And therefore, whenever required now, these values will be chosen for further calculations. That is the values corresponding to the row of titanium alloy. Okay. So now you have to find the diameter D. Okay. Unknown parameter, which is also called as eliminated parameters, D and L, that you have to find out. So any equation you can think of which consists of D as unknown now. Tau max is equal to 16 mt upon pi d cube. Tau max is equal to 0.5 SYT by factor of safety equal to 16 mt upon pi d cube now. Okay, so you can find out the D from this by putting these appropriate values of titanium alloy. Units again must be seen properly. Put all in SI units better. So you get the D in meter. D is equal to 0.04064 meter. If you want to put in mm, it will be 40.64 mm. This is D. Similarly, you have to find L. Any previous equation you can consisting of L. I am using this equation. M2 by theta is given. D is now we found out. L remains only unknown. You can find out the value of L. Again, units must be seen whether they are consistent or not. I always prefer to have the SI units. So again, by putting the appropriate numbers of G, D again in meter, okay, because mt by theta is in Newton meter per degree, divided by pi 5760 L remains only unknown. L will be obtained as 1.965 meter. If you want to convert it into mm, it will be 1965 mm. So D is found out, L is found out. So design is completed now. Now you want the minimum weight. So minimum weight equation was W is equal to 493,104.38 into rho G by SYT square, and this rho G by SYT square of the which material? Titanium alloy material, which is already obtained in the table, and therefore W is equal to 90.04 Newton. This is another problem which we have solved now. See, if you refer the earlier session, the problem was little simple. There was only one unknown. Here there were two unknowns, but the logic remains same. The process remains same. You write first the primary design equation. You find something unknown in the primary design equation, and then you go on finding out you go on replacing those unknowns in terms of some known parameters, and finally find out these unknown parameters, D, L, and whatever minimum weight you want to find out, that minimum weight in this problem. Okay, so again, if you understand this, I will again post some videos on further problems. All right.